Welcome to the Stock Brochure with Phil C.
Hi everyone, it's Phil C here with you. Today is something a little bit different. Today I want to go over a little training with you, learning the language of the markets. That's what we're going to go over. By the end of this video, you will know how to identify trends, whether it's bullish or bearish, so you can go out and start reading the ebbs and flows within the marketplace. So this is a lesson on the language of the markets. Let's head over to the charts and continue. Markets move. What else is new? Everyone knows this. Market moves in two ways. To keep it simple, we are trending or we are consolidating. Those are the two things that happen. So consolidating is just moving sideways. So we have bullish moves where price action moves to the upside. We have bearish moves where price action moves to the downside. And then there are decision points in the market. When price moves, the decision point helps us determine the direction, which we'll get to in a moment. First, let's go over what constitutes a trend. Now, in my drawing tool. So it's a series of new structure highs followed by pullbacks. Sounds easy enough. What does that look like? Well, we have an initial move up. Then the market gives us a pullback or a retracement. Then the market puts in another move towards the upside, okay, followed by a pullback. Now, as this pattern keeps trending, right, we are trending. As this keeps continuing, we are trending. So the same is for a bearish move where price action is going down. First, we have price action moving down, then a pullback. Okay. We have another move towards the downside. Then we have a pullback. These pullbacks are our retracements. Okay. Then we have another move towards the downside. As long as this keeps happening, then we're in a bearish trend. Now let's identify these moves, right? First, we have a starting point, okay? Now, this can be any point on the chart. Really doesn't matter. Any point on the chart that you want to start from. That's why it's our starting point. Second, we have a move towards the upside, right? So we have a starting point here, and then we have a move towards the upside. And this is giving us an initial structure high. Now right here, we don't know if we are within a trend or not. Not yet. This move is our impulse leg. Now, as the market pulls back, right? As the market pulls back, this is giving us our retracement. How do we know this right here? How do we know if this is a valid retracement or not? Well, as price action, so as the market pulls back, this low must be higher than this low, where our starting point is. If the market were to press lower than this low right here, then it's no longer a valid retracement. Easy, right? So we are not quite in a trend yet, keyword being yet, almost, as price action puts in another move to the upside. We get, right here, we get a retest, move that over here, put in a box tool like this, like so. Yeah, as price action puts in another move towards the upside, we retest our previous high, looking left, right there. This now is what's known as our decision point, as mentioned earlier. As price action touches our previous high, which is our retest right here, we now have our decision point. Price now decides to hold, so price action may hold at this level, or we might retrace again, okay, giving us a little bit of sideways movement, consolidation, or price can push, price can continue pushing higher, like this. Now, if this happens, if we get our starting point like this, and the market puts in a pullback here, and then we get another move towards the upside, here's our pullback. Excuse me. Yeah, here is where the trend is valid if this happens. So if price action gives us a move higher like this, above the previous high, it breaks the high and gives us a close above this level. So this means the market has created a new structure high. This right here, like a lightning bolt, this is what confirms the trend, and this is giving us a valid bullish trend, right? So this right here will give us a new structure high. So if you want to write this down, you have a starting point, price action moves up, giving us an initial structure high, price action then pulls back, and then we get another move towards the upside past this point right here, giving us a new structure high. So those are the labels. That's how we identify the moves. Initial structure high, pullback, new structure high. Now let's take our decision point and draw in a higher high, higher close. So grab pen or paper, workbook. We need to have the market give us a higher high, higher close than the previous high. What does that look like? Okay, so let's draw a candle here and make it a green candle like this. So let's move this back here, right? So this is our candle up at this level. So as price action creates a candle here and pushes higher, it's giving us a higher high at this point. So let's draw in a wick for our candle. It's giving us a higher high. That's the wick of the candle, okay? So the higher close is the body right here. The body of the candle. The body of the candle must close above this high right here. Okay. Now, if the candle closes below like this, so if price action pushes higher and then we come all the way back down, leaving a big wick like this right here, then it's no longer valid because it's not giving us a break and close above, which is a higher high, higher close. We need that like this. We need that right there, a break and close above, higher high, higher close. Need this in order to have a valid bullish trend. Okay, so that's how we identify a break and close above right here. Higher high, higher close, or you can write it like this, higher high, higher close, or H3C. Like this. So what does that look like in terms of candles? Now we'll use a new feature here on TradingView, and right here we can just draw candles. Okay, so let's take a look at it with candles. This was our move, like this: initial high, pullback, retest is what we covered so far. Our decision point is right here, like this. And then price action needs to push higher, giving us a higher high, higher close, right? So that would look like this. Let's draw on the candles here. Move up, pull back, and then we got to retest, okay? So what are we looking for here? Let's zoom in a little bit. Like this. What are we looking for here? Price action moves towards the upside, doesn't it? Gives us a pullback. And then we retest this high. So if I drop in a line tool right here, if I drop in a line tool, this high, this candle doesn't close above this high, does it? It does not. And one important thing to remember here is the body of the candle, as I just mentioned, the body of the candle must close above the wick of this candle right here. So as price action pushes up, we don't get the candle, the body of the candle does not close above the wick of this candle. So this is just a retest. It's not a higher high, higher close, but that's what we need to identify the trend, right? So if we print some more candles here, like this, you can see that we finally get this candle right here closes, the body of this candle closes above this wick right here. So this would indicate that we get a new structure high. So after that, we predict price action to give us a pullback and then continue to the upside like this, okay? So as we do this, we come back down and then we, oops, what happened there? Then we come all the way back up and we continue this process. These series continue and then we follow the trend, right? Until we retest again, giving us a break and close above. And that would be a new structure high. That's our bullish trend. The same with the other way around, okay? Starting point right here. We have a move down. We have a pullback. Then we have a retest of this low right here. So this is our decision point. We need price action to push below this. So the candle has to push below the wick of this low, giving us a new structure low like this. Once we put in that lightning bolt move, right, then we have a valid bearish trend. So then price action can give us another pullback here and then continue towards the downside. And as we grab the candles, we come down, pull back, down again, pull back. And as you notice right here, this is the low, the wick of the candle right there. This is the low, and then we get the candle closing, the body of this candle closes below that wick, right? Gives us a new structure low. So starting point, initial low, then we have a pullback like this, Okay. Then we get a lower low, lower close, which would be a new structure low. Like this. And that's all you need to identify the trend. I can't grab that. So starting point, initial low, pullback, new structure low, and we have a pullback here. We can anticipate that price action moves towards the downside again, and then gives us another pullback, and we continue that series of events over and over again. All right. Let's take a look now. So remove drawing tool. Let's take a look at an actual price chart, and then we'll go through the bullish example, and then we'll go through the bearish example. So then you can do this on your own charts and keep practicing, and finally start identifying the trends on your own. Okay, and that's fun. That's the exciting part of trading. So let's take a look here. What are we on? What do we got? Let's find a trend. Got a bearish trend here. So let's go over this. Okay. I'm going to start. Oops. Going to start at this high. This is my starting point. All right. This is my starting point, and then we get an initial move down, okay, like this, and then we get a pullback. Just zoom in a little bit more. So we have an initial low. So copy and paste this. It'll be a bit easier that way. And then we have a pullback, okay, like this. So what do we need from here? We need another low, don't we? So price action moves all the way down, breaking and closing below this low right here. This was our initial low. This candle pushes past that low. The body of this candle closes below the wick of this candle, and it gives us a new structure low. And then we follow price action, continues moving down until we get a pullback here. So this structure level right here, price action moves past that, breaks and closes below, which gives us a what? A new structure low. Easy. And then we get another move towards the upside. This will be our pullback. So what do we need from here for the price action to continue in a bearish move? Price action pushes all the way down, retesting. So this candle right here, almost retesting that low. Okay. On the next candle, we get a move down, breaking and closing below this low right here. Once that happens, we have a new structure low. So price action moves all the way down, breaking and closing below, giving us a new structure low right here. Price action moves to the downside, new structure low. So what are we looking for here? A pullback. That's right. We come all the way up. Now, this point right here, does this high close above this high? So let's copy and paste this over here. Does this high close above this high? It does not. Excuse me. But we get a retest of that high, don't we? Price action moves up like this, and then we get a retest of that high. So now that we get a retest of that high, we follow the market. We come all the way down. We retest this low right here. Okay. Then we get a shallow pullback like this. And then we get price action moving all the way down, closing below this low right here. Okay. Giving us a new structure low. So here's our pullback, pullback, and then pullback here. And we continue towards the downside. Okay, so that's how you identify a bearish trend. Still going towards the downside here, right? And we can continue to follow along, actually. Let's do this. Let's draw it all in. So we get price action moving down, pullback. We're gonna move down, pullback, move down, retest, retest, pullback. So a little bit of starting to consolidate here, isn't it? But then price action moves towards the downside, like this. And then we're going to move up, shallow pullback here, and move back up. So moving sideways, okay. So retest right here, a little bit of sideways movement, and then we finally retest the lows, get another pullback, and then price action decides to close below, like this, below this low here and this low here, giving us a new structure low. You get a pullback and follow the market all the way down until what? Until the market decides to not retest this low, put in another move towards the upside, and now we're headed in the opposite direction. Okay, so if we remove drawing tools here, this will be my starting point. Okay, oops. So we're bearish, bearish, bearish. And then price action finally puts in that move towards the upside that we're looking for. Okay, so we have our starting point down here. Like this. Then we follow the market. So we have an initial move towards the upside, initial high. Price action puts in a retracement here, which gives us our pullback, or puts in a pullback and gives us our retracement. And what are we looking for from here? What are we looking for? Price action comes up here and retests this high. Okay. We're retesting this high. Actually do this. Right here. And then price action continues towards the upside, giving us a break and close above our previous high, right? Well, right here on this candle here, we get a break and close above our previous high. So as price action moves towards the upside, we've put in that lightning bolt move. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-point move. Here is our new structure high. So after we put in that move, we can safely say and assume that we are now in a bullish direction. And sure enough, as you continue to follow price action, we have a pullback here, retest, so retest these highs, then get another pullback here. And then right up at this high, we finally get a higher high higher close, don't we? Price action puts in a higher high, higher close. So further indication of a valid bullish move. Price action comes all the way back like this, and then we get another move towards the upside. Here is our highs, and we put in another what? Higher high, higher close, giving us a new structure high. See? And then price action comes all the way back down, retesting these lows. Okay, the wick pushes down a little bit further, but the body of the candle closes right at this low. The wick pushes down, but the body of the candle closes above. So we have a retest of these lows. We're still in a valid bullish move. Price action continues to move higher. We get a retest up at this level with this wick of the candle. Okay. Then we finally get a what? A little bit higher, we get a higher high, higher close. We have a little bit of sideways movement there, a little bit of a sideways pause, and then we get another pullback right back down into this structure level. Okay, do another training next time on structure. This is going longer than I anticipated. And then we get another move towards the upside. Okay, so now we're still bullish here. Price action comes all the way back down, retests these lows, but then we get a pullback. We don't reach these highs. Okay. So this would be what? Our new starting point. So price action comes all the way back down and gives us a pullback. We don't retest this high anymore. So that should indicate to you something. So then you continue to follow price action. We put in a retest of this low, don't we? Then we get another pullback. And then finally, on this candle, we get a new structure low. What does that tell you? Price action pushes down a little bit further. Well, that indicates to us that price action is heading lower. And then it's exactly what happens. Get another pullback here, and then another low below this low. And then finally, we get another move towards the upside. And right here, we would anticipate that price action moves towards the downside because we're bearish. But we don't know for certain yet, do we? Not until price action puts in new structure low. Okay, so from here we assume that it's bearish, right? Because that's the signals that it's giving us. So we anticipate price action to retest these lows right here, don't we? This is our what? So if we drop in a line tool right here, this would be our decision point. See, everything that you've just learned, we now apply to a live chart. So if price action comes all the way down, retesting this low, then either it's going to hold, we retrace, or we press down lower, giving us a what? New structure low. If we put in a new structure low, we anticipate that price action pulls back up into this level, and then anticipate further downward movements. Until what? We are bearish until what? Oops. We're bearish until price action does this. Pull back here. If we get another move towards the upside, like this. closing above these highs, well then we anticipate that price action puts in a pullback here. Remember our retracement. This retracement is valid all the way down to our previous lows right here, isn't it? Okay. If we get a move lower than that, right here, get rid of this circle, and we close right there, then we're consolidating. Now you may have to watch this a couple of times to get this, and then you can go out and practice and keep practicing on your favorite charting package. But this is a skill that requires training over and over and over again. Repetition. Okay? You have to put in the work. You have to do your reps. And then what's happening is you're training your reticular activating system. It's called your RAS. So the more you do this, the more you train, the more you practice, the easier it is for your eyes to pick it up, right? It becomes more noticeable to you, stands out, jumps out at you, okay? So this would be sideways movement if that happens. Price action moves towards the upside. And we don't retest that high, okay? Maybe price action pauses right here. And then we get a retest of this low down here. How many times have you seen this in the marketplace? Plenty of times, okay? This is known as consolidation. This is sideways movement now. We're not getting new highs and we're not getting new lows, are we? We're just continuing to move like this, like that. Now I don't want to get too advanced right now, but as well, if a lot of you already follow me, you know that I'm a pattern trader. My passion is in patterns, okay? And when this consolidation happens, excuse me, this happens. We get pattern setups, okay? If we get pattern setups at this level, I'm looking to sell. And that's what a lot of everyone sees me do every single day in the live markets. Every time patterns set up, I take the trade because my trade plan told me to do so. But, you know, not to get too off topic with something else that's a little bit more advanced, we stay with what we're doing now. So the pullback is valid right here, as long as it's above this previous high, okay? And then we anticipate price action to move towards the upside, giving us a retest of this high, looking left. And if we get a further move towards the upside, giving us a break and close above, remember with the candles, like this, we need, let's put in a little bit more, like that. We need the candle to close, the body of the candle, so important, please. The body of the candle must close above this wick of this high. Then we can assume that we are bullish because we have a valid criteria, which constitutes a bullish move. And then we keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again until price action does what? Puts in a pullback, retests, or fails to retest. Okay. We may retest this high right here, or fail to retest that, and then put in another move towards the downside. Okay. But go out on your chart, your favorite pair, your time frame. It really doesn't matter. 4 hour and daily, like I'm on the daily now. 4 hour and daily are a lot easier to see, especially when you're starting to do this, first learning it. Okay. But go out and practice, practice, practice. Just practice drawing or remove drawing tools. Let's go somewhere else. Just practice. Just pick a pair like this. We're in quite a big bearish move right here. Yes, pick a pair. Get a starting point. Okay. This is your action step. This is what you're doing right now. This is our starting point right up here. And then follow the market. Practice. Gonna move down. Now don't be too concerned with something like this. Okay, everyone's impulse leg, which is the first move, is going to be different. Just draw whatever sticks out to you. Okay. Use the sore thumb. You know, if it jumps out at you, draw it. Okay. Starting point, initial move, pull back, new structure low, 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 pull back. Retest right here. Price action continues to move to the downside. Lower low, lower close right here. We continue to press lower. New structure low, pull back, retest, so on and so forth. Okay. Just keep practicing over and over and over again. And this starts to become really fun. When you go to the price charts and you start reading the language of the markets like this, and you start identifying trends where the price action is bullish or where the price action is bearish or consolidating, then trading becomes a lot more fun. Okay, so please go out and practice that. That's how you identify different trends. We covered labeling the moves as well, decision points, breaks and closes above or below, which makes a trend valid. Okay. All right. So there you have it, Star Traders. Well, actually, if you would like to join the Star Classroom and become a Star Trader, just remember that the link is below this video. Link is in the description or the comment section. Just click on that, create an account. And one of the things I want you to do in there when you decide to join the Star Classroom is to go through the Foundation series. It's a really well put together series, if I don't say so. It's really good, and it's a big eye opener to the reality of what trading is actually like. So I'm positive that you'll enjoy that series as well. Last thing that I want to say is, if you need any help, go to the Slack, download the Slack chat app and get in contact with me, and I can help you with anything that you saw within this video, or any sort of trading related questions, or goal setting or personal development as well. If you want to get in touch with me, work alongside with me, click that link in the description, get in touch with me, and I look forward to working with you soon. All right. Thank you so much for watching all the way up until now. Until next time, be safe, enjoy life. I'll talk to you soon. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone that you think would also find this valuable as well. All right. Thank you so much.